In this video, I'm gonna show you all about Positano, how to plan your trip there, how to get to Positano, is it better by boat, better by car, better by motorcycle, where you will stay, what's the best area, how to get to the beach, what's the most beautiful and cheapest area, what you can do there, which are the most beautiful beaches to visit. So there are a lot of cool tips. They're quick, useful, with no winding up, guys. So don't forget to give us a like. That thumbs up is really important for us. Subscribe to the channel and buckle up. So to get you started, I think the first good tip is to explain how to get there. Positano is on the Amalfi Coast, which is a coastline to the south of Italy, so you'll be right in the south of Italy. There are several ways to get to Positano and the Amalfi Coast. We have videos here on how to get to the Amalfi Coast and the perfect itinerary for the Amalfi Coast. Then take a look, it's really cool. It shows all the tips, the other cities that are incredible, but focusing on Positano, you can either go straight there or you can base yourself, for example, in Sorrento, which we highly recommend because of the price. It's cheaper, you get there much more cheaply, and in 35 minutes from Sorrento, you'll be in Positano in no time. So you can either stay in Sorrento and do the round trip to Positano in 1 or 2 days, or you can go straight to Positano. You can go down to Naples, from Rome to Naples. There are trains and ferries from Naples to Positano, or you can also go to Sorrento and from Sorrento take the ferry. There's also a bus, there's a cab, it's only 30 minutes, so it's not that difficult of a journey, and then you can get to Positano. Gabriel, and car rental. Everyone tells you to rent a car in Italy, guys. A car rental in Italy is cheaper than other places. It's a very nice trip. I highly recommend it, especially in the Tuscany trip for the Amalfi Coast. If you already have a car because you've done Florence, Rome, or some other itinerary, I think it's worth it. Or take a hotel with parking in Positano. And why? Because it's a mess to park there. You find that to get there, the roads are narrow and there are very few parking lots, so it gets crowded. There are people who can't park and have to go back to their town. It's a real mess when it comes to parking. If you have a hotel that has parking, wonderful. So you have your car there, you drive it, you leave it there. Sometimes there's traffic depending on the season, if it's July or August, but nothing that will hinder your trip. It's the quickest and easiest way to get there. So a car is nice if you have a hotel with parking, or if you leave it in Sorrento at the hotel you're staying at, because it's much easier to find parking there, and then you leave the car there for those days in Positano. Then you end up without the car. But these are the two options I think it's worth talking about. In the end, you're gonna choose what's best for you, but if you have a parking lot in your hotel, I totally recommend that you take your car to Positano, because you have more freedom to do things and you can just leave your car in the hotel. The car, if you're researching, trying to find out, I'll leave you a car rental comparison website in the video description and in the first comment. It's an incredible website that compares the prices of all rental companies and finds the best prices. It has a very good price, much lower than other places. We only use it and we save a lot on car rental. So take a look, and I'll add the ferry website so you can find out how much the ferry is from Sorrento or Naples to Positano and Amalfi. There are all the ferries there, and also train tickets if you want to travel around Europe. The website we use there to search for tickets, it's all organized for you. Just click on the description or in the first comment in the video, and you're gonna find the link for all the things you need to plan your entire trip anywhere. And now you know how to get to Positano. Positano is also next to Amalfi. You see that the main towns on the Amalfi Coast that everyone talks about are Positano, Amalfi, and the island of Capri, which is off the side. But Positano and Amalfi I think are the most famous. Amalfi is about 35 minutes from Positano, so it's very close. You can go there, you can stay there, you can go back and forth. Transportation between the two towns is very easy. There are plenty of transfers and cabs. Your hotel itself can do it. If you have a car, it's even easier. It's really very easy because they are very close to each other. And now, where to stay in Positano? What's the best location? It's not that difficult to find the area. You see here on the map that it's a small town and it's on the coast. The hotels go up one after the other, so there's no much depth. If you take any hotel in this area that you see on the map, you'll be close to everything, you'll be able to do everything on foot, go down to the beach below. So if you get a hotel upstairs, you have to bear in mind that you have to go down a long way to go to the beach and vice versa. If you are further down, you have to go up to the side, so just be careful. There are hotels that are further inland, you see that they're further into the city. These are much cheaper and you have to travel into town, but they usually offer transportation, motorbikes, you can rent one. It's very cheap to rent a motorcycle there or a car. There are several ways to get there, so just be aware of that. There's a hotel we stayed in that was very good and it has parking for those who want to stay in Positano and are thinking of renting a car. It's a fantastic option. It has a beautiful view of the beach and the Positano coastline. Take a look, I'll leave the link down here too. It's an incredible hotel that we found it sensational. Positano, guys, of all the Amalfi Coast, of all the towns, apart from Capri, a small island, which is very expensive, it's the most expensive city. So the golden tip for getting cheap accommodation is to book in advance. You see that a week later, if you look at the same hotel, which will have gone up by 50 euros, 100 euros, it goes up and up because the rooms sell out and the hotel's automatic system raises the prices. So book as soon as possible. One strategy we use that works very well in the cities like Positano is to enter the link to this map, this best region, and the hotel below. I'll leave it here in the video description too, all within a hotel search engine, which is what we use to do our research. It's the biggest in the world. I'm sure you're familiar with it too. The cool thing about it is that they have free cancellation with almost all the hotels. So you go in, you see a good price, you book, you don't pay anything. If you need to cancel later, change the hotel, anything, you can cancel with one click. There's no cost or bureaucracy. It's a tactic we've been using and it's ensuring huge savings on accommodation. So make a reservation, guys, then change it if you need to, but do it because you will save a lot of money and you can get a really nice hotel in Positano with a good price. So the ideal thing is for you to book in advance, and in case you have the need, you can cancel with no problem at all. Now let's talk about what to do in Positano. Many people start with the sights, but I'm going to start with the beaches because for me, that's the charm of the Amalfi Coast. The main reason for wanting to get to know the Amalfi Coast so much, it's the incredible beaches. So Positano officially has 3 beaches. One is a little more hidden and it's even called the Beach Club, which is another option. I'm going to talk more about the 2 main ones. There's Positano Spiaggia. The Spiaggia is near the Navy, the big Navy. It's the main beach. You can see it on the map. It's right by the Navy where the boat trips leave for the island of Capri, for Amalfi, for a tour of the island. And there's also where the ferries arrive, so it's the main point. A lot of people arrive there and it's the main beach. It's the busiest. There are several restaurants there, Cheese Black being one of the famous ones. Lots of people go there and post. So if you want to, my tip is try to book in advance in Google. It's super easy. It's seafood. It specializes in seafood. It's a very nice restaurant. So set aside a day to have lunch there, to stay there. There's a paid part where you pay to stay in a chair. They call it a private beach. You have a parasol and a chair there, and there's the public part where everyone is a bit more crowded, but you can throw down your things and stay there. An important tip: the beaches on the Amalfi Coast, almost all of them, most of them are made of stones. There are lots of little stones. Sometimes it doesn't look like it in the picture, but you feel it when you step on it. So the tip is to always wear flip-flops or buy water shoes. They're very cheap. It sounds a bit cool, but they're a lifesaver. We use them a lot because you put them on and you can walk calmly on the sand. You can dive into the sea, because in the sea too, when you go in to dive, you're going to step on it. You're going to be uncomfortable. It's a bit tricky because the pebbles hurt your feet, so these little aquatic shoes come to the rescue. And another important tip, guys, take a snorkel or goggles, anything with you. Buy them before you go because they'll be much cheaper than the ones you get there, and there you can discover the sea by yourself. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. You see the fish, you see everything. After Greece, I think it was one of the most beautiful places there for diving, so that's a good tip for you too. And the other beach option, I think it's nicer because it's emptier. I think it's similar in terms of beauty, but it is emptier. It's a little to the left of the map, which is Forlillo Spiaggia. It's more or less next to this one. You have to walk a bit on the rocks to get there, but it's emptier. It also has chairs. I think there's a restaurant. Just for what I remember, it's a much smaller structure and it's emptier. I think that if you want to relax and spend more time there, it's a more pleasant place. Or go for a day at each one, make the most out of it, because these beaches are really beautiful. And don't forget your goggles, don't forget your snorkel, because if you like diving, it's one of the most beautiful experiences that you can have. And taking advantage of the fact that you're already in that part of the beaches where there's the Navy, the big Navy, you can go on lots of nice excursions. I think the island of Capri is unmissable. If you're staying in Positano for a few days and want to enjoy it, take a day trip to the island of Capri. It's a beautiful tour. You go by boat. The boat goes around the whole island, lets you get off, you get to know the islands, take a tour of the Blue Caves, and then go back to Positano. It's very nice. It's not as expensive as people think. I'll leave it here in the description of the video. It's the website that sells all the tickets and excursions. It's all explained down here. Check it out. It has this really cool tour, which I think it's worthwhile. There is also the boat trip around Positano to see the coast, which is a really nice tour. And there is also the tour to Amalfi and the other places on the Amalfi coast. Have a look. I think at least one boat trip is worthwhile, because when you're on the boat on the Amalfi coast is a totally different experience from seeing the Amalfi coast from the shore itself. Then when you're at sea, the landscape is the most beautiful thing in the world. It's worth trying one boat trip at least, guys. It's really amazing. Another nice thing to do is to wander around the historic center of Positano, which is practically this whole street that you see in a zigzag pattern. You either go up or down. You pass several craft shops, souvenir stores, clothes stores that aren't big stores for shopping, but that are these more local ones. So it's really nice to buy something special, some of their spices. There are some little markets. So take a walk, because it's really cool and you can find really nice souvenirs. One of the only sites in Positano that's historic and worth seeing is the beaches, which for me are the best parts of Positano. But there's a church there that's beautiful. It's called the Church of Santa Maria Assunta. It's very beautiful. It's very different from the others we've seen in Italy. The cool thing about it is that the dome is very colorful. They did this to serve as a point of reference for the sailors arriving there from the sea, so they could reach the land of the Amalfi Coast. The colors are very green and yellow, so you see that it's the color of the sun and the vegetation. The story goes that they made this mixture, so it's a very beautiful church. A green and yellow church on the outside, very colorful, and inside it's worth it. It's a very nice site, and the square in front of it is also, I think, very beautiful in terms of architecture. It's not as grandiose as some in Italy in general, but I think it's a very different church that's worth a visit, and it stands out from the whole beach scenario, and you can take very nice pictures. There's also an archaeological museum, so if you want to learn more about history and culture, you could try visiting it. We didn't visit, but there's a very nice archaeology museum there. And for the rest, try to explore the restaurants. The restaurants are very nice. Try to find a restaurant with a view. Almost all of them have a view because the structure of the city is upwards. So try to go at sunset, have dinner, a beer, a drink, eat some fish, some seafood, because it's a really nice experience. There are lots of restaurants. I'm not going to talk about restaurants and bars right now, otherwise the video will be too long. But if you do a research on Google, you can see which one is closest, see the reviews. It's super easy. We use it to go there and there's no mistake. Almost any restaurant there is very good and the cuisine is amazing. And down here, I'm going to leave all the links to help you organize your trip with travel insurance, which is mandatory. Don't forget it because you need to have it for the whole of Europe, including Italy. So I'm going to leave you with a website that compares travel insurance. It finds travel insurance at half the price of what you find in agencies. Do your research, compare a lot beforehand. You see that the price really is very good. We only do it there. The travel chip, so you can use your cell phone at will in Italy and throughout Europe. The digital global account, which today is the best to get money to Europe and all over the world. It's the much cheaper one than buying euros or dollars in traditional exchange houses or using your traditional bank card. Take a look. It's all here below in the description of the video. Follow these tips and it will make the best possible experience of all. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel because it really helps us a lot. And don't forget to watch the other videos, which are very good. I'll leave you with the one on how to travel cheaply to Italy. It's really cool and it teaches you how to plan your entire trip for the lowest possible price, and the playlist with all the other videos from Italy for you to watch. So thank you very much, guys, and have nice trips.